Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Raw Ring Report. Coming up, Brock Lesnar right here makes a rare appearance on Raw before the Elimination Chamber, where Brock will challenge champion Bobby Lashley amongst five others in the devastating Elimination Chamber match. Also, too, Randy Orton and Riddle have their broker party. I don't know what that means, but it was kind of eventful having a broga party with everyone in attendance. Also, too, Lita makes her return. Lita coming out to sign the contract for her championship match against Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. Did Becky Lynch give Lita everything she was serving? We'll talk about that. Plus, two, a championship match as Damien Priest defends the United States Championship against AJ Styles in an instant classic that many people are still buzzing about in late. And two, we got a whole bunch of stuff. We found news that Samoa Joe, yes, Samoa Joe, who recently got released by WWE, is now the inductee into the Ring of Honor Hall of Fame. Well deserved by Samoa Joe. Plus two, referee Mickey J has passed away. We'll talk about that and his impact, as well as Brock Lesnar's recent appearance on Pat McAfee's show. And Brock Lesnar made a devastating news. I'm telling you, all this and more when the Pro Wrestling Show starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kitchen Diggs here. Thank you for joining us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Here on the Pro Wrestling Show, we talk about everything pro wrestling. But first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to join in the conversation by using the hashtag Pro Wrestling and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. So we got a lot to get to, and what a pro wrestling show it was. Of Monday Night Raw, it was. Raw kicked off with none other than the WWE Champion, Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley, who is set to defend his championship inside the dreaded, minute Elimination Chamber. This is going to be the 20th Elimination Chamber. I'm assuming the first Elimination Chamber, if you recall, was 20 years ago at Survivor Series, and this is somewhat like the 20th anniversary in a way. Bobby Lashley defend the championship inside the chamber. Bobby Lashley came out there along with his manager MVP, and they was talking about that Lashley is almighty amongst all the five participants inside that dreaded chamber. The Elimination Chamber is airing this Saturday morning on Peacock. It'll be in bliss. And don't forget that we're going to have the Elimination Chamber predict the outcome probably that late Friday morning, late Friday night, early Saturday morning. So look out for that coming your way. Want to do it immediately after SmackDown, hopefully. So MVP saying that Bobby Lashley will remain and retain his championship inside the chamber and go on to WrestleMania. Well, Seth Rollins took issue to that. Seth Rollins came in and told Bobby Lashley that he wants to be the WWE champion. I can see that match. Since Seth Rollins like to play mind games and be like the Joker ish in a way, let Seth Rollins go for it. And Seth Rollins wanted to claim his stake inside the championship. Then Riddle came out there, then Austin Theory, and then no other than Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar came out there and did the embarrassment of a lifetime. We'll talk about later too what Brock Lesnar did. And Brock Lesnar appeared on the Pat McAfee show. And Brock Lesnar is just being himself. This is the Brock Lesnar I like. You know, Brock Lesnar can switch it up and be himself and don't have to put no pressure. He ain't gotta be a monster all the time. He can be a monster when he wants to be, but he wants to play fun and silly games too. Brock Lesnar did this too. He did deliver Suplex City to Austin Theory, and then he teased Bobby Lashley that he's going to send all of them to Suplex City. He delivered the F5, and gave Austin Theory a own dose of his medicine by taking the solo shot of himself. Austin Theory won't forget that. Austin Theory had that hey, Brock Lesnar can play games too. Austin Theory is gonna be a star of the future. We just have to wait and see on that. Also, too, Tommaso Ciampa made a rare appearance on Raw. I don't know if he's gonna be a member of the Raw roster or not, but Tommaso Ciampa helped the Street Profits win over the Dirty Dogs, Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler. Knowing that Dolph Ziggler now can, commute back and forth to NXT and Raw, but he does that. But the Street Profits win, rare winning. Plus, two, Kevin Owens saying that he doesn't like Texas. He doesn't like wrestling in Austin, Texas. Some say now that we could see him going against Stone Cold Steve Austin in an impromptu match. That's a possibility that could happen. But could we see it? It's just only a possibility. But it would be Stunner versus Stunner. That's what you got to wonder in that one and stuff. So we just had to wait and see on that one. Also, too, the first championship and the only championship defense of tonight was Damien Priest defeated AJ Styles in a clear upset. We thought AJ Styles was going to be winning the United States Championship, but that wasn't the case. Hard-hitting matchup from both men. Many people saying they want a rematch between the two men going forward. I can see AJ Styles and Damian Priest go one and one toe to toe again for the U.S. title. AJ Styles put his best foot forward as well as Damian Priest. He didn't snap like he did. Damian Priest and AJ Styles could run it back sooner rather than you think. Speaking of next was a women's gauntlet match. Now WWE is all about equality, and you see this right here from this is the current card for Elimination Chamber. You're gonna have a championship match, Elimination Chamber match to determine the number one contender for the women's championship, the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania, and then you got SmackDown represented as a tag team match, as a grudge match. That's why I call it a tag team grudge match, where a champion and an official team up to take on the Raw number one contender and a person who wants to buck the system. So this is a lot right here. What we talk about Rhea Ripley, Sonya Deville, Liv Morgan, Doudrop, and Nikki Ash. They all competed in a gauntlet match. Who was going to enter the chamber last in the gauntlet match? Rhea Ripley could consider herself the Iron Woman in the match. She did pretty well, but at the end, Bianca Belair won, and Bianca Belair will enter the chamber last going forward. So kudos to Bianca Belair on that one. Also to Dana Brooke lost her precious 24/7 championship to Reginald. Reginald pinned Dana Brooke. We thought it was like a love story, but the love story didn't end well for Dana Brooke after Reginald pinned her by hugging her. So he got out for some way, somehow, in that fashion. Also, too, Becky Lynch signed the contract. Becky Lynch looking like Annie. She looked 1 minute she looked like Elton John, and next minute she looking like some I don't know, some lady from the street somewhere. Like she doesn't know where she is, like a bad lady or something. But Becky Lynch saying to Lita that she doesn't want to destroy her idol, but she has to. Lita been showing impressive maneuvers herself that she wants the women's championship to get one last great run in her left. And Lita showing herself that she wants the WWE Raw Women's Championship, become a women's champion once again. And, Here's our some interesting statistics on Lita right here. Lita, the first she debuted in 1999. She entered the WWE Hall of Fame in 2014. The first woman to compete with Trish Stratus to main event Monday Night Raw. The first woman to compete in a cage match. She was the ex-wife of Kane. She was part of the iconic team of Scream. She unveiled the women's championship, the current championship right now that's represented on Raw at WrestleMania 32, where Charlotte, Becky Lynch, the current champion, and Sasha Banks battled for. And she was a lot of inspirations, including the women's champion Becky Lynch, um, a whole bunch of women, Mickey James, the first Royal Rumble. She competed in the first Royal Rumble. So Lita's been doing a lot of firsts, and Lita wants to add Raw Women's Champion to her resume, but she has to go through Becky Lynch in order to do so, in order to get the job done. So impressive right here. This three tier right here, three women matches coming up at Elimination Chamber, trying to show progress in the kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Many people think otherwise, but you know, they trying to use process and stuff. But hey, to each his own. Also, to the Alpha Academy, um, won against the Mysterios in a non-tag team title match. The Alpha Academy getting over. I like the Alpha Academy. I like Chad Gable with his he has a Kurt Angle s character appeal to him. Like he is he's athletic, but you don't know what you're gonna get from him and how far he's gonna go with that. But we'll see on that. Also, too, Alexa Bliss didn't end the women's gauntlet, but she has been in therapy for quite some time, quite this month, and she's reverting back to her old self again. Thank God, rather than still in the Fiend. Alexa Bliss was named tonight that she will be entering the chamber. And you think about Alexa Bliss does has history in the Elimination Chamber match. She defended the Raw Women's Championship in the Elimination Chamber match and won the match. So Alexa Bliss has that advantage over these other five women that she had been in a chamber match. She was the champion and she won the chamber match, the first ever women's chamber match. So can Alexa Bliss relive gold and strike gold again? Only time will tell on that. Speaking of, we talked about the Mysterios. Rey Mysterio will take on Miz this Saturday at the Elimination Chamber event on Peacock. So Rey Mysterio vowed to get revenge. Do we see Dominic being brainwashed by the Miz and Maurice to turn against Rey? Only time will tell on that because it's opinion now that Rey and Dominic on icy it's they're not on they're kind of like tensions there, and you think Miz will kind of brainwash him to say, "Hey, your dad holding you back" or something like that. We can see that. Plus, too, the gigantic Almost was in action. Almost defeated Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, the somewhat reformed Hurt Business. Hey, if Shelton Benjamin and what's his name, Cedric Alexander was smart, when you have two heels going at each other, they should be forming a group. And lastly, I don't get why they do what they do, but that could be your Black Four Horsemen. You can have a like MVP creates his own Heenan family. Like MVP is in the way of becoming a black Bobby the Brain Heenan in a way, using his brains and trying to our JJ Dillon in a way, you know, putting all the pieces together and stuff. So you can see that possibly happen. Also, too, Seth Rollins went against Randy Orton in a instant matchup that Randy Orton and him were in. Seth Rollins gaining momentum, pinning Randy Orton to get the win. Seth Rollins getting momentum now that he could be the next WWE champion. Only time will tell in that chamber match that we're going to see. Like I said, these matches we're going to have these matches on our special predict the outcome this Friday immediately after SmackDown. Screaming on Connect. We talk about all the matches and predict the outcomes for them. So you don't have to wait and see, and you watching the event like we is, and we predicting the winner. So look for that forward coming soon, Friday immediately after SmackDown. So that was your Raw Ring report. We covered the Raw Ring report. Let's move forward to hot topics on hot topics this week. Um, what a hot topics we got for you, as Samoa Joe, former Ring On champion, pure champion. Ring On announced today that he has been inducted into their Hall of Fame. Samoa Joe being one of the inaugural class, just like Bryan Danielson and the Briscoes. So we want to congratulate Samoa Joe on his well-deserved induction. Also to The Rock, made a rare appearance at Super Bowl last night. The Rock opened Super Bowl and gave his "You If You Smell What the Rock Is Cooking." The Rock is Hollywood's biggest star, Hollywood's biggest action star. The Rock making moves, making big moves indeed. So congratulations to The Rock. Speaking of The Rock's former, if you think about it, it'd be 20 years since SummerSlam when The Rock took on Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar made a rare appearance and sat down with Pat McAfee, and Brock Lesnar just goofed off, and Brock Lesnar broke the table, broke his Pat McAfee table, but it was funny. Brock Lesnar being himself, being genuine, and we know we talked about Brock Lesnar doing this to Austin Theory and making the fool out of Austin Theory. Austin Theory paying the price, but Brock Lesnar winning. Brock Lesnar could be heading to Elimination Chamber as a WWE champion, but that's what Brock wants. Brock wants to enter Elimination Chamber, winning the championship, and leaving the Elimination Chamber with a championship, so he can go to WrestleMania to fight Roman for the title. Could that be a possibility? Only time will tell on that. Also, too, Chris Jericho made this tweet right here that he hasn't forgot or Owens, and you never know you'll see me again. I thought they had the feud when they first did it, and then Jericho just left, and then he had some problem with Mr. McMahon. We don't know. But Jericho's in AEW and Kevin Owens is in WWE. So there's a tease that Jericho could be coming back. Only time will tell on that, because Jericho has been a man that's doing everything and doing everything in the right reason. Also, too, Matt Cardona, he done something shocking. He won the NWA World Heavyweight Championship over Trevor Murdoch. Matt Cardona with his lovely wife by his side. Cardona went to Disneyland in Paris, and you can see right here, Matt Cardona won the NWA champion. I I I kind of I don't know. I kind of like him being champion because I want him to be a world champion. Now he's being serious. I don't know. He could have been Impact champion, but if this works for him being NWA champion, he gets more views and attention, then that's fine. He need to be a world champion outside WWE. So maybe one day WWE call him, get him back. But um, it's a good look for him. So look for some way this week. NWA might say they're gonna show the footage of him winning the championship and Matt Cardona winning the NWA title along with his bride at his side in Paris at Disneyland. So congratulations in order to Matt Cardona. Big fan of Matt Cardona. Um, you know, he won something that he went and achieved his dream of going for, and I can't never follow him or shame him on that. So big up. Also to referee Mickey Henson, who he used to referee on SmackDown. He has passed away at the age of 58 years old. Mickey Henson, this was the last photo of him. He refereed on SmackDown. I remember him back in the late 2000s refereeing matches. So Mickey Henson passed away Our thoughts and condolences to his family, his friends at this time. Referee Mickey Henson had passed away at the age of 58. Also, too, since it was Valentine's Day, we wanted to show love for the couples in wrestling. The current couples, Edge and Beth Phoenix, who recently had their match of the Royal Rumble, defeated the team of Miz and Maurice. Also, too, Naomi and Jimmy with their love and affection, as well as Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. See, one thing about Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, they dress normal right here, and then when they get on WATV now, they want to dress like clowns and all this foolishness and mumbo jumbo stuff. Just dress like yourselves. You ain't got to dress all outrageous. And then Bianca Belair and Montez Ford showing black love and stuff, and that's the kind of love right there. So hey, we done a lot tonight. So we're gonna leave you with Matt Cardona right here winning the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. We'll be back tomorrow night for the NXT Vengeance Day show. So for me being Kendrick Dick saying so long, we'll see you tomorrow for NXT Ring Report on the Pro Wrestling Show. See you later.